guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. I got some bad news. I know, bad news, it's never good. I'm at Wood Wheaton GM in our small little town here. My 2023 C8 has transmission issues. Yes, right, it has the dreaded transmission issue. So, I'm gonna try and drive it home because they have to order parts and or a transmission. I'm gonna share a clip of a noise that it was making, and we were gonna leave it and get it looked at in the spring, and Andrea's like, nope, let's get it looked at now, because if it is a transmission issue, then we can deal with it over winter. And actually you can kind of hear it right now. You can hear that whine. That's what it is. So fingers crossed, we make it home. Can't make this stuff up. I mean, what are the odds? I guess the odds are pretty good because it's happened a lot. But you baby a car, and maybe I just haven't done enough burnouts. That's probably what it is. Haven't done enough burnouts. I tell you guys, it's pretty hard getting in this thing with a jacket, like a big winter jacket. Okay. Looks like they changed modes. I still have a check engine light. So hopefully it will, sorry, just getting the tag off the dash. Hopefully he makes her okay. She'll make it okay. I think I'll trailer it back as long as I make it home all right, because it's going to be winter. But yeah, I got you on vertical record now because, I'm in the car and it's in the phone holder. Be safe. Safety first. I might record the whole trip home just to make sure that I catch anything on film. Although I probably have the PVDR going. PVDR? So yeah, it's been touted that the C8s do on occasion have transmission issues. And, looks like mine has it. Maybe I didn't put 2 quarts in soon enough like they say a person should. I was actually kind of worried that they might say that, oh, well, that's normal. But they didn't. And I was also worried that they might say, oh, well, you caused it because you changed your own oil filter on the transmission and added the 2 quarts. But no, none of that. So at the end of the day, it's just a car. Although it is a really awesome car. I'm not going to lie. So let's just hope it. Can you see anything there? You can't see anything there. So I'll maybe sign off, and hopefully the next thing you see is me at home in the driveway, or it'll be me parking on the side of the road, pushing it, and either calling a tow truck or getting the trailer. I think I'd actually get a trailer and haul it myself, because Dad's got his car trailer and it's got some pretty good ramps to it. So yeah, I just haul it myself, because I don't trust the tow guys. Nope, I don't. I know. When I got my excessive speeding ticket, they impounded my car. That's what happens in BC when you go 40 kilometers over the speed limit. And allegedly, no, I actually did go 40 over. I was actually 80 over. And apparently, he's like, well, if it was 60 over, maybe there's an argument, but at 80 over, I can't do anything. So anyways, the tow company loaded up my car, and sometime between that happening and me picking it up a week later, because they keep it for 7 days, somebody scratched the back of my steering wheel. Yeah, drives me nuts. So anyways, that's why I don't want anyone towing my car. But yeah, so anyways, let's see if we make her. Slow down. Slow down. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, Nelly. So far, she's driving fine. Granted, there's a check engine light. That's a check engine light. So, yeah. And I got a stop sign. So since we're driving along, guys, I should let you know something. So, if you remember, if you're a OG subscriber, I did a video on putting my name on the list for Z06. I know. And I never did, well, up until now. I just recently got selected for my Z06. I know. And now the economy's in the pooper, and I got cold feet, and I haven't ordered it. But yeah. So, we're going to see what happens here. Because I actually talked to the dealership down on Vancouver Island where I bought the C7. And anyways, because I bought the C7 off of them and I had reached out asking them about Z06s, I don't think they actually put me on a list or anything, but they had an allocation show up. Well, actually, first they had a car that a customer didn't take, so they offered it to me, but it wasn't my spec. I mean, it was black and it had it had everything on it, including the carbon wheels, which is awesome. But the problem with the carbon wheels is I don't trust them up here, and I don't need the Z07 package. Like, it's more than I need. I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but you know what? It's extra money to spend that I don't need. So then last summer, the local dealer that I had my name at, they had actually called me and said, "Woo, good news! It's your turn for your allocation. You got it. You can place your order. We got to do it in the next 24 hours, though." And I was on a cruise ship. Yeah, actually, I guess it was this last spring. I was on a cruise ship, so I was like, I can't do it. Like, I'm going out to sea. So anyways, I missed that one. Then last week, the car dealership on the island, they called me and said, "Good news, I got an allocation for you." So I gave them my spec, and I think they wanted like $3,500 deposit. And I was like, you know what? I got cold feet, and they couldn't give me the exact price yet. So I said, no, I'm gonna wait. I'm still on the list at my local dealer, Wood Wheaton, and I'll wait for them. Well, the very next day, I get a call. "Good news, your allocation has come up again." And I'm like, yeah. So I just said, you know what? Part of me was going to order the car no matter what, let it come in, and then decide if I was going to take it or not, or try and sell it if I couldn't afford it. And in the meantime, figure out a way to be able to afford it. But I didn't want to do that, because what if there's a guy behind me on the list that is waiting for his dream car like I was? So I just said, you know what? I can't do it right now. I'll take a later date one. And you know what? The shadow of this thing is kind of funny. Sorry about the shadow. Now I got my little guy is in the way. But yeah, so the reality is, if I want to order a Z06 with the way the world is right now, I can order one. Next in line at our local dealer, if I want to. Or, you know what, maybe we wait until 2026 and we order a 2026 model, because they say that they're going to change the tower thing here, between the seats. So maybe we'll do that. I don't know. But anyways, isn't that Murphy's Law? Although it's not really Murphy's Law. I mean, the problem is I don't want to sell the C8, even though I got a transmission issue right now. I don't want to get rid of it because I love these cars. They are absolutely beautiful, comfortable, easy to drive, sound wicked. Like, you know what? With the Corsa Extreme exhaust on it, this car sounds amazing. But I still want a Z06 because it's the Z06. You know, it's got the flat plane crank. It sounds amazing. Now, here's another question. Depending on how many Z06s they make, are they going to hold their value like the C7s that 06s have? Because the C7s haven't been going down in price at all like the C8s have lately. Like, you can buy a C8 for probably 15 under sticker just about anywhere, I bet. Because so far the C8 is the highest produced Corvette ever been. But of course, it's also the most amazing, awesome Corvette that's ever been, in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong. The old ones, they got a style and they got, you know, they got that look. But these have the performance and just, yeah, GM hit it out of the park with it. Well, except for the transmission. They didn't quite get it out of the park with the tranny. But yeah, so is the Z06 going to hold its value? I don't know. And then you think, okay, well, if you're going to order a Z06, I don't think I would go with the high wing, although I think it looks super cool. But, you know, because, of course, Andrea's got to be involved in this. I mean, it's 50-50. And she doesn't like the wing, and she says it would, you know, make it difficult when you go grocery shopping and stuff, and you got to put stuff in the trunk, which, you know what, if you're going to drive your car, that's a valid point. But would that add value to it, you know, as far as make it more desirable further on down the line? Like if you've got and a 3LT is happening no matter what. I mean, unless I got one like super cheap, which, let's be honest, they're not super cheap. It's got to be a 3LT. It's got to have the Alcantara headliner, like the smell. It's, to me, after having a 3LT, I would not waste my time with a 2LT or a 1LT or 2LZ, I guess, because in a Z06 it would be an LZ. But yeah, so it's got to be a 3LZ. And I wonder about the wing. I'm gonna have to have the front spoiler. You know, do you order the one that comes with the car, like from factory, or do you do aftermarket? And I guess the biggest thing is, do you do the wing? Or do you get the Z07 package because, you know, you're gonna spend a whole bunch more money on the car, but say you do the whole meal deal with carbon ceramic brakes and the, you know, everything, is the car gonna hold more value as it ages? That I don't know. And the kicker is it worth paying for if you're really not going to use it? The one thing that I do like about the idea of getting carbon ceramics is not having to worry about brake dust. Because if you get the carbon ceramics, you don't get the brake dust like you do on regular steel brakes. So that is a thing to consider too. But it's also like $10,000 option. So is it worth $10,000 to not have brake dust? I don't think so. But is it going to be worth $10,000 more or more down the road? Maybe. I don't know. But you got to remember, here in Canada, we have luxury tax. So provincial sales tax on a Z06 is going to be like 20%. Yeah, 20%. Ridiculous. Plus you have federal luxury tax, which is probably going to be another 12 grand or better. So the price of buying the car is just one thing to consider, but the taxes, that's a whole nother ball game. That's what makes it even that much more difficult. So now, and this is where I think, you know what, maybe I sell one of my other project trucks in order to help fund the Z06 fund. Or do I give up on my Z06 and just be happy with the C8? Because, I mean, it's essentially the same car, other than it doesn't have a flat plane crank. It doesn't have 670 horsepower. It doesn't have the wide body. But the rest of it's kind of the same, like the interior, the transmission. Anyways, let's see how this goes with the transmission. But the cool thing is, I'm now on the back roads of Beaverly, so I'm almost home, which means I didn't have to call a tow truck. I know. Pretty happy about it, let me tell you. But stay tuned, and we're going to find out what happens with this girl. You know what? It's going into winter hibernation now, so 6 months with no license on it. We've got storage insurance on it. We're putting it away. But you know what? We're going to have to take it back to the dealer when they either A, get parts to put in the transmission, or B, get a whole brand new transmission. Hopefully the weather isn't terrible when this happens, but when it does happen, I think we'll probably trailer the car there, unless it happens quickly and we don't have snow and salt on the roads. But stay tuned. We'll see what happens. Well, good news, guys. We made it home. I know, I wasn't worried either. Yes, I was. Yes, I was worried. I gotta clean my lens. Oh my gosh. There we go. That's better. So yeah, if your car's making that noise, you probably won't be driving it for very much longer before it goes. So anyways, time to wash it, put it away, and wait for transmission or a part. You know what? It'll probably come in the middle of December or January when it's snowy and cold, but whatever. We'll get a trailer. We'll get an enclosed trailer. Or maybe we'll just drive it. You know what? It's just a car, right? Of course, it's a car that you love. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.